Well, good evening to everybody. How in the world y'all doing? So good to see you. It's been a while. We've been, as most of y'all know, that been here, they all know that reason we were closed for several months there, I believe it was last September, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. And I had to go back and forth to Jacksonville, many trips. Then I had to go stay 2 months down there. And I had to do a bone marrow transplant. And make a long story short, the last time I did a hip biopsy, they said I was free of any myeloma in my bone marrow. They said they found a tiny trace in my blood, but they gave me a tablet or pill that I'm taking now that's supposed to take care of that. So I'm getting back, thank the Lord. And I appreciate every one of y'all that prayed for me. And you know the Bible says, effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Do you believe that? I sure do. Amen. The Lord's good to us, and I thank Him for taking care of me and bringing me through all that. It's not been a good year, but I'm here, and I physically look better than I did when I left, that's for sure. Looking pretty pale-faced there for a while. But anyway, we thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and being with us tonight, and we got a great show. I know you're going to enjoy yourself. All the people that were here is back. We got a fill-in guy, Wayne will tell you about it, on the lead guitar tonight. He's a fabulous player. I've heard him play before. But he's filling in for Jimmy Miller. Jimmy Miller will be back the next time. So we're going to be open for a while on our first and third Friday night, and then we're going to see how that goes. And then whenever we decide we're ready, we'll probably
Dustin.
go back to every Friday night. But right now, tell your friends and neighbors, it's the first and third Friday night of each month. So God bless each and every one of y'all, and I'm going to turn this crew loose and let them get started. Now, usually they want me to hurry and shut up. Now they want me to talk. I ain't got nothing else to say. But anyway, did any of y'all by chance see my daughter on Rising Star? Well, she's in town this weekend, but unfortunately I couldn't get her by here because she's booked tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. So, but we thank the Lord for the way He has used her and the doors He's opened for her. He's opened a lot of doors for her. She sang some with Brad Paisley, and she's supposed to go to 14th up in Nashville and talk with a guy about becoming her manager. So we're looking forward to that, and looking forward to the good Lord opening some good doors for her. He has, and she's doing great right now. So thank all of y'all for tuning her in. For everybody that voted for her, we thank you for that. And maybe, who knows what the good Lord got in store for us down the road. Hey, darling, how you doing? But anyway, have I talked long enough?
Yeah, tell him shut up now.
Now, if I really had something I want to stand up and jabber about, they'd be hitting a string or doing something back there, trying to get me to hush. But anyway, why don't you right now join in with me and give a great big round of applause. Since we hadn't heard these guys in several months, let's see what they got in store for us. Mr. Danny Howell, would you make him welcome?
Thank you, sir. Just thought I'd stop to see how you were doing. I know that it's just not the thing to do. Yes, you're right. Well, I finally found another love, and she's helping me get over loving you. She's very pretty, she's a lady and my woman, and she loves me just the way you never would. She's everything a man could ever want and she's helping me get over loving you. Yes, she knows how much I love you and how I hurt inside. For sometimes late at night I call your name and she cries. She tries so hard to love away the hurt you put me through, and she's helping me get over loving you. Jimmy Powell. Jerry Hutchinson. She's very pretty. She's a lady and my woman. She loves me just the way you never would. She's everything a man could ever want, boy, and she's helping me get over loving you. Yes, she knows how much I love you, how I hurt inside. For sometimes late at night I call your name and she cries. She tries so hard to love away the hurt you put me through. She's helping me get over loving you, and she's helping me get over loving you. Thank y'all. Well, excuse me, but I think you got my chair. No, that one's not taken. I don't mind if you sit here. I'll be glad to share. Well, it's usually packed here on Friday night. Oh, if you don't mind, could I talk you out of life? Well, thank you. Could I drink you by? Oh, listen to me. What I mean is, can I buy you a drink? Anything, please. Oh, you're welcome, but I don't think I caught your name. Are you waiting for someone to meet you here? Well, that makes two of us glad you came. No, I don't know the name of the band, but they're good. Auntie, would you like to dance? Yeah, I like the song too. It reminds me of you and me, baby. Do you think there is a chance? Maybe later on I could drive you home. No, I don't mind at all. Oh, and I like you too. To tell you the truth, that wasn't my chair after all. Yeah, and I to tell you the truth, that wasn't my chair after all. Sit on down here, honey. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. Little old George Strait team. They're one by Charlie Pride. When she wakes up this morning and turns to kiss me, she'll find I let her sleep, 'cause we talked so late last night. She'll know I kissed her face gently till my returning. And when she finds a rose on my pillow, I know she'll smile. In her amazing love, unending, it's so much more than I am worthy of. If the rose could speak my feeling, then she'd know I cherish her amazing love. If I call her a little late, she forgives me. Her voice does not betray she spent another day alone. She'll softly thank me for the rose and says I need you. And then I can feel her smiling on the phone. And her amazing love, unending, it's so much more than I am worthy of. If a rose could speak my feeling, then she'd know I cherish her amazing love. Then she knows I cherish her amazing love. Thank y'all so much. Do appreciate that.
How about a hand for Danny Howell? Comes down all the way from Dothan, Alabama. We're proud to have him, and proud that he's going to be a regular here. So we're glad to have him back on a regular basis, we hope. Boy, it's good to see y'all. It's been a while, hasn't it? And we're glad to be back, and we hope you are too, but hopefully we got some new people. Have we got any new people? This is your first time here? Look at there, we got quite a few. Well, thank y'all for coming. We sure do appreciate you being here. And we hope you'll come back every chance you get. We got a bunch of good talent And one of them, I'm fixing to bring him up here right now. He's got a brand new CD out, and if you get a chance, I'm sure he's got some up in the lobby for sale, and it's a good time for you to do your Christmas shopping because you can buy his CD right now and listen to it right up till Christmas and then give it to somebody. So works out real good that way. But he's got some of the finest pickers on there that you'll hear anywhere. It's really a top quality, better than anything that Nashville's putting out right now, I can guarantee you. And it's country, and it's got a lot of acclaim over in Europe, and they're listening to it over there. And we're proud to have it. Oh, Artie Rodriguez right here with us. Give him a hand.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You got any Bob Wills fans that likes that Texas music? Here's you one that had a request from the last time we were here, wanted me to play. Hope you like it. Give it up for a country gold band. One night when the moon was bright on the moonlit plain, that is where I met my little Cherokee maid. Memories of our night of love still linger, yeah, and I know I never will forget my little Cherokee maid. I love her so, even though we're far apart. I know I'll never betray my love for her or anybody else's heart. One day I'll take a trip back to that Cherokee Strip, and I'll carry her away with me. And straight as the arrow flies, we'll ride to paradise. Sweet little chickadee, my little Cherokee maiden and me. One night when the moon was bright on the moonlit plain, that is where I met my little Cherokee maid. Memories of our night of love still linger, yeah, and I know I'll never will forget my little Cherokee maid. I love her so, even though we're far apart. I know I'll never betray my love for her or anybody else's heart. Someday I'll take a trip back to that Cherokee Strip, and I'll carry her away with me. And straight as the arrow flies, we'll ride to paradise. Sweet little chickadee, my little Cherokee maiden and me. Thank y'all, I appreciate it. Good to see everybody. Yeah, it was kind of a funny thing. I just cut the brand new CD that I had, and bless her heart, Gilley's closed, and so I've got a whole bunch of them with me for all y'all that haven't came to some of the other shows I performed at. So y'all meet me right back here in between the shows, and I'll be able to get it to you. Yeah, but the UK, they got a big magazine over there. It's called Country Music People Magazine. It's kind of like the brother magazine to Country Weekly here, so I was lucky enough to be in there. Mitch and Gilley's family Opry over there, so they sent me a whole bunch of them. So I got some of them for y'all if y'all wanted to get one back there. But here's your little, I believe Ronnie Millsap did this the last time. If heartaches brought fame and love's crazy game, I'd be a legend in my time. If they gave gold statuettes for tears and regrets, I'd be a legend in my time. But they don't give awards, and there's no praise or fame for a heart that's been broken over love that's in vain. If loneliness meant world acclaim, and everyone would know my name, I'd be a legend in my time. Laying in the tree. They don't give awards, and there's no praise or fame for a heart that's been broken over love that's in vain. If loneliness meant world acclaim, everyone would know my name, I'd be a legend in my time. I'd be a legend in my time. Thank y'all. I'd like to say hey to my buddy Johnny. He works with me up there at the sheriff's office. He helps me put people in jail, so he's out there tonight. Him and his wife Jennifer. They're gonna get married. I believe it's next weekend. So lucky them, right? So, but yeah, congratulations. But this goes out to them. I think Johnny was telling me he liked some George Strait a while back, or maybe it was Jennifer. I can't remember either one. But this goes out to them. Since we got the rodeo going on down the road. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. That sun is high in that Texas sky. I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They broke my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. I'll be looking for aid when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't lying. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Thank you. Here's Wayne.
Another hand for Dustin. Does a fine job. Mighty fine. He said he did have just a limited supply of those CDs now, so y'all be sure to try to get one. And he said if he runs out, he'll go out to the trunk of the car and get another limited supply and come back in and sell them. But we're glad to have everybody back. Y'all might have noticed we've got a different guitar player tonight. This is Mr. Jerry Hutchinson. And Jimmy Miller couldn't be with us tonight, but he'll be back the next time. But we appreciate Jerry coming, filling in, and doing such a fine job. Really doing a good job over there. And our piano player, y'all probably recognize him.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's not quite as big as the last one. But Mr. Ashton Evans doing a good job over there on the keyboards with us. And we pretty much got the same group, and we got the same drummer back here, and he's still singing just as good as he ever did. How about a big hand for Dustin Worley?
It's a big job just getting by with 9 kids and a wife. But I've been the working man for dang near all my life, and I keep on working just as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I might drink a little drink in the evening, then sing a little bit of them working man blues. Well, I keep my nose on the grindstone and work hard every day. I might get a little tired on the weekend after I blow my pay, but I go back working. I got to buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. I might drink a little drink at a tavern, then cry a little bit of them working man blues. Well, hey, the working man like me ain't never been on welfare, and that's the one place I won't be. I'll be working just as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I might play a little tune on the weekend, I might play a little tune on the weekend, then cry a little bit of them working man blues. This song's for the working man. Thank you, and how's everybody out there tonight? We are so glad to be back and so glad to see each and every one of you back with us. And we're going to do, hopefully, a few songs tonight that you all know, and we want you to help us out if you do know it. And this next one that I'm going to do is called She Thinks I Still Care. Just because I ask a friend about her, and just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I rang her number by mistake today, she thinks I still care. And just because I haunt the same old places where the memory of her lingers everywhere, just because I'm not the happy guy I used to be, she thinks I still care. But if she's happy thinking I still need her, then let that silly notion bring her cheer. But how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where would she get such an idea? Just because I ask a friend about her, and just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I saw her then went all to pieces, she thinks I still care. She thinks I still care. Thank you. How many Keith Whitley fans do we have out here tonight? Well, I know you loved him a long time ago, and even now in my arms, you still want him, I know. But darling, this time, let your memories die. When you hold me tonight, and don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes, let it be me, and don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once let yesterday go, then you'll find more love than you've ever known. Well, just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. How about giving a hand to one of the finest bands you're gonna hear? Maybe I've been a fool, holding on all this time, lying here in your arms, knowing he's in your mind. But I keep hoping someday that you'll see the light. Let it be here tonight, and don't close your eyes. And don't close your eyes. Let it be me, and don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once let yesterday go, then you'll find more love than you've ever known. Well, just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight, and don't close your eyes. Thank you.
That's Dustin Worley. I told you he could still sing. Does a fine job. You know, I heard the other day about a little country store up the way here. They got a little store up here. They sell most everything. And the fellow that runs the place in there, you know, he's got several locals that sit around and kind of kill time during the day. And he's got this habit that whenever he rings up the sale for something that he's selling, he always quotes a Bible verse to the person that he's selling it to. And that's a good way for him, you know, to spread the word around. But the other day they said this fella pulled up out in front, had the finest, fanciest pickup truck you ever saw in your life, pulling the finest, fanciest horse trailer that you ever saw in your life. And said he got out of that truck, he was wearing the best Stetson hat you could buy and had a great big silver belt buckle and ostrich boot. Everything on him was money. And said he walked in there and he said, told the fellow that owned the place, says, I want to buy a horse blanket. The fellow said, all right, I'll be right back. Well, the fellow didn't have but 3 horse blankets. He had a red one, a blue one, and a green one. So he went back there and he got the red one, threw it up there on the counter. The fellow said, how much is that one? He said, $15. And the fellow said, you don't understand. He said, I want the best horse blanket you've got. How about going back there and get me a good one? He said, I'll be right back. He went back there, threw the red one down, got the blue one. Walked out there, threw it up on the counter, same horse blanket, just a different color. The fellow said, how much is this one? He said, $150. And the fellow said, my good man, you don't understand. He said, you see that rig out there? He said, I've got over $100,000 in that rig. See that horse in that trailer? I've got that horse insured for $5 million. Now, I want the best horse blanket you got. So he carried that blue one back there and got the green one. Throwed it up on the counter. They said, how much is this one? He said, $1,500. The fellow said, why didn't you bring out the good stuff to start with? And he paid him. The fella rung it up, and the local guys there sort of gathered around because they wanted to see what kind of a Bible verse he was going to quote this time. He rang up the sale, handed him the receipt, and he said, "He came as a stranger, and I took him in." We got a fella over here we're going to turn loose, this piano player, young guy. How old are you now, about 17 maybe?
18.
He's turned 18, I'll tell you what. How about a hand for Ashton Evans?
I've been living a new way, life that I love so. I can see the clouds are gathering, the storm will wreck our home. Last night he held you tightly, you didn't even show. I thought I was watching from the window up above. You must have thought that I was sleeping. Lord, I wish that I had been. But it's just to get to know you, the way your heart can sing. I thought we belonged together, our hearts fit like a glove. I was wrong for I was watching from the window up above. From my eyes the teardrops started as I listened on and on. I heard you whisper to him softly, our marriage was all wrong. Well, I hope he makes you happy, you never lose your mind. 'Cause I am watching from the window of above. I lost mine while I was watching from the window up above. Thank you. Give a hand for this baby. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? And send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Each night while I'm sleeping, oh so lonely, I share your love and dreams that once were true. So send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Come on. Give this guitar picker a hand. Come on. The best steel guitar player I know, Mr. Jimmy Powell. send me the pillow that you dream on. Baby, time will let our dreams come true. So send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. I've waited so long for you to write me, but just a memory's all that's left of you. So send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. So darling, I can dream on it too. God bless you. Enjoy the show.
Ashton Evans. Good job. Glad to have him with us too. And he is doing you an old Hank Laughlin. How many of you ever saw Hank Laughlin? He was not too far from here, over here, McClellan, Florida. And some of us got a chance to see him, and if you didn't, you missed it. Well, he was telling you about the pillow, and now we got a gal gonna come out here and tell you about the sheets. She's gonna sing about the satin sheets. How about a big hand for Peggy Ann Kirk?
Satin sheets to lie on, satin pillows to cry on. I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillac, tailor-made upon my back. Still, I need you to set me free. I found another man who can give me more than you can. Know you've given me everything money can buy, but your money can't hold me tight like he does. On a long cold night, you know you didn't keep me satisfied. Satin sheets to lie on, satin pillows to cry on. I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillac, tailor-made upon my back. I need you to set me free. Satin sheets to lie on, satin pillows to cry on. Still, I'm not happy, don't you see? Big long Cadillac, tailor-made upon my back. Still, me free. Thank you. When you found somebody new, I thought I never would forget you, for I thought then that I never could. But time has taken all the pain away. Until now, I'm down to hurting once a day. Once a day, all day long, and once a night, from dusk to dawn. The only time I wish you weren't gone. Once a day, every day, all day long. I'm so glad that I'm not like the girl I knew one time. She lost the one she loved and nearly lost her mind. She sat around and cried her life away. Lucky me, I'm only hurting once a day. Once a day, all day long, and once a night, from dusk to dawn. The only time I wish you weren't gone is once a day, every day, all day long. Once a day, every day, all day long. Thank you.
Peggy Ann Kirk doing you an old Connie Smith song. Bill Anderson wrote it. Y'all might have figured out by now that we're doing the old classic country, and if you want to hear this new stuff that they call country on the radio, you in the wrong place, I'll just tell you right now. Because not only are we don't like it, we're not going to do it. So that's just all it is. But now, if you got enough money, we might change our mind. You never know. Yes, sir. We love the classic stuff, and we hope you do too. Because there's not a whole lot of real country left. We got a fella that he knows some real country, and he's going to do you an old Waylon Jennings song. How about a hand for Ricky Haddock?
How are y'all doing? I stopped by that little store he was talking about in town down here the other day. There's a couple old men that sits in the back, plays checkers, been playing checkers for 20 years back there. One old man, he asked the other one, he says, I know we've been playing for a long time. He says, but I just cannot think of what your name is. The other fella sat there, time rocked on. He looked up at him, he says, how quick do you need to know? Long ago and far away, in my common labor shoe, I turned the world all which way, just because you asked me to. Like unto no other fear, simple love is simple truth. There's no end to what I do, just because you asked me to. how much I love you. All the things that I've been through, I'd turn and walk away from you just because you asked me to. So let the world call me a fool. Things are right with me and you. That's all that matters, and I'll do anything you ask me to. Let the world call me a fool, but if things are right with me and you, that's all that matters, and I'll do anything you ask me to. Glad to see everybody back. Y'all bring somebody with you next time.
Well, y'all don't go too far. We'll see you up at the concession stand, and we got a whole other show to come, so we look forward to seeing you then.